educational information. They say below listed degree, diploma, certificate should be submitted with apostille. Now, there is this question that keeps on coming about apostille. An apostille cannot be done by everyone. It can only be done by those who are in the Hague of Convention of Apostille Country. South Korea is a member of the Apostille Convention of Countries, so you can do an apostille in Korea. But for most other countries, if you cannot do an apostille, you have to do an authentication of your documents. An apostille or authentication is simply to prove that your documents are not fake, which means you would have authorities who would put stamps on those documents to prove that they are not fake. So you would have to apostille your degree, diploma, or certificates and transcripts. Those are in most cases the two documents that will be apostille. In some cases, a document that proves your nationality, especially if you're applying for the Global Korea Scholarship. Now, number 4, it is important for me to state that number 4 will be filled out by those who are applying for a bachelor's degree. But for those who are applying for a master's degree, they will fill out number 4 and number 4.1. But if you are applying only for a bachelor's degree, you don't need to fill out 4.1. So let's say you went to high school. It is written here, graduate, attend. If you have graduated, then you have to write graduate. If you are still attending, you've not yet graduated, because you can apply pending graduation, then you should write attend. I hope that one is clear. So let's say you've graduated. The next thing that you need to do is write down the year by following the year, month, day that you started, and then year, month, day that you graduated. In some countries, high school is 3 years, so you would have to write the 3 years. For example, let's say you started high school in 2019, 02/28, and then maybe you graduated in 2022, 03, and the day is 23rd. You have to write that down. And always remember to make it visible by going up here. Next thing, you have to write the name of the high school. We'll write Mumbai High. Like I said, always remember to make it more visible by going up here, selecting and going up there. And then major. What did you study in your major? Some people did sciences in some countries. Some people did arts. I don't think there is any major like acting. So you can simply say arts, because this university is for arts students. You would have to look at your high school document, your certificate, to know what to write there as a major. Location was in Mumbai, India. The next one is 4.1. This one is for those who are applying for a graduate degree. If you are applying to come and do your master's, that's when you would have to fill this out. For example, here you will say Mumbai National University. If you are applying for a bachelor's degree, you don't need to fill this one. So let's say you did acting. The degree would be BA in acting. Is it a public or a private? Public means it's owned by the government. Since we wrote Mumbai National University, we have to write public. And then, is it a college? Is it a university? So you would say college or university, and then number of years that spent. Was it 2 years? Was it 4 years? Now, number 5 is academic transcript. They want you to convert it to a Cgpa. That's on a scale of 100. So let's go to the form and look at it. Let's say you attended a university or maybe a high school where the grade point is on a scale of 4.0. Or maybe you went to a high school or university where the grade point is 4.3. And then some people might have gone to a university where the grade point is on a scale of 4.5. And in some countries, you might find 5.0 scale. You need to convert any of this one to the 100-point scale. So let's say you went to a university where the GPA is on a scale of 4.0, and maybe you had a GPA that is between 3.24 to 3.31. That will mean on a scale of 100 points, you have 87. You would have to write but that 87. But look at this. Here it says your first year of high school, second year of high school, and third year of high school. So let's say, for example, your first year of high school, you actually went to a high school that is on a scale of 4.0, and then maybe your result was 3.22. You have to indicate what was your position. Maybe you were first, second, third. You have a position that you had in class. Maybe you were on the number 10th position, you write 10th. And then maybe The second year of high school, you had 3 point, and then maybe you were number 11, you write 11th. On the third year, you had 3.55, you did well, and then maybe here you were 5th. You have to convert all of these things. Since it's on a scale of 4, remember it was on a scale of 4, you have to indicate that it was on a scale of 4, 4.0, 4.0. You have to go here. You have to go and look on that conversion table. 3.22, where does it fall? It is somewhere here between 3.15 to 3.23. That will mean you had 86. You go there and write 86. Next one is 3.21. You have to check 3.21. Where does it fall? That same area between 3.15 to 3.23. You still have to go and write the same number. And then the next one is 3.55. 3.55. This is 3.49 to 3.57. That will mean you had 90. The conversion is that simple. Now, for those who are applying to come and do a master's degree, they would have to fill out this place. If you are applying to come and do a bachelor's degree, you would end here at the level of high school. You don't have to fill this out. In case you already did a bachelor's degree, then you would have to fill this out. So let's say on a scale of 4.5, that is, your university was using a scale point of 4.5, and you spent 4 years to do your bachelor's degree, you would have to fill out from 1 to 4. But if you did 5 years, you would have to fill out 1 to 5. So let's say here you had 2.55 on a scale of 4.5. Here you had 2.99 on a scale of 4.5. Let's say you had 3.00 on a scale of 4.5. And then here you had 4.1 on a scale of 4.5. You'd have to write it out like that. And then if you had positions as well, in some cases it equally applies up here. Maybe you were number 22 out of maybe 50 students in your class. You write it out like that. You can still write it out here like that for those who did high school. If you know the number, you can write it out like that. If you have it, then fill it out. If you don't have it, it's okay. You have to write it out like that. And then after writing the grade like this, you have to convert it to the scale of 100. This is where we will focus, 4.5. So let's go down and look for 2.88. If you look here, strange enough, it's not there. In the case where it's not there, write the last one, 80. And then the next one is 2.99. It is between 2.91 to 3. You would equally have to write, that is 80. You would equally have to write 80. The next one is 3.00. If you go back to the conversion, it is here. The next one is 4.01 on a scale of 4.5. If you go here, 4.01 to 4.05, it's 91. You go there and write 91. That is as far as conversion of Cgpa is concerned. In case the total number of years for your BA was 5 years, then you have to fill out number 5, but we will end there. Now, if you go down here, you would find this information. They want you to accumulate all of this information. Do not worry about converting this thing into the point system. If you go to the document that was provided, this document, you would find down here, if you go down here, it says when grade or rank is not provided in official transcript or Cgpa conversion is not possible, the official document from the institution describing the grading system must be added. In most documents, the grading system has been explained. All you need to do is just provide those documents. If you don't have it, don't worry. Because the problem is that if you go and try to convert this thing, if you go and try to total it, you might commit an error. Just leave it as it is. Let them look at your transcript. In most cases, transcript have an explanation.